back. So, last video where we left it, had some good comments. Some really good comments. You know, it's great. It's always good to read these. It's always fun. Okay, so let's just dive in because I think this will be a long one.
So you're upset.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry I think about you so fucking much. I've never met anybody like you that I fucking trust straight to the fucking bone. No matter what I say when I'm drunk, I never fucking mean what I say when I'm drunk. When I'm sober, I feel so fucking secure with you, and it scares me a little bit.
And not only that, and this, so yesterday and this morning I received some nasty messages from you, but I also received some nasty messages from you last week, middle of last week.
I don't know. Why did we want to go back last week? I know what I've done in the
This is
past.
a pattern, Lorne.
It is a pattern with him as well. And I don't... Drunk Lorne and sober Lorne, there's just not much difference, really. I don't know why he's trying to say that there is, and that he's more secure when he's... Obviously, when he's drunk, he's more off the rails, so to speak. But he's still the same guy, really. He does the same thing. But when he's drunk, obviously it's more, you see it more. You see the anger and everything like that. So I don't know why he does this thing where he blames it on his drinking. It's this will be a theme in this entire thing. This will be a theme where he deflects blame to something else or someone else. It's not my fault. It's because I was drinking. I am very... And he's not a secure man, actually. I don't know, because sometimes he says things that comes across as like someone who has like confidence in themselves. Like Lorne will look you dead in the eye and tell you, I'm attractive. I don't care what you say. I'm attractive. But his actions just screams a very, very insecure man. It's very interesting. I find it fascinating. It's fascinating to me.
Well, you're the only one that can get me out of that fucking pattern. I'm telling you that. I'm telling you. I know. I'm fucking telling you, baby. Listen.
No.
You got me out of.
No.
Yeah.
No,
You're the only one that's got. You are the only one that has got me out of every other fucking pattern that I have had.
No.
You don't believe it?
N-O-K-N-O, no. I am not responsible for how you behave. I am not getting you out of or into any patterns. You are the sole you are the sole dictator of how you behave.
Yeah, well,
The patterns.
it's awful funny that I have gotten out of patterns because I love you.
Okay, which patterns, Lorne?
No. I'm not going to mention because I know I've gotten out of fucking patterns.
Lorne, name one pattern. Just name one.
No, you fucking do that. You do that all the time and I can't remember.
No, don't ask me questions. Don't ask me to prove facts to you. Like these are my facts, anyways. You see, and this is the thing about Lorne as well. He lies a lot. He lies quite often, and it these lies. Everyone lies. A lot of people lie. Like 99 99.9% of people lie, and it's there are different degrees of lying. You know what I'm saying? Like I remember when I was with a when I had this girlfriend, and she was making this dish. I think it was like, is it German or Swedish? I don't fucking remember. And it was and it was bad, right? It was horrible. But I saw how, like, I saw the effort she put into making it. She was like, she was worried it would like turn out badly. She was stressed out by the by the whole thing. I don't know why, because I think she put too much pressure on herself, and she was like, it was hard to watch. So when it was finally time to like actually eat the damn thing, I I had to pretend like, this is so good. And it wasn't for the benefit. Like, I'm sure it's like, in some ways it would be beneficial to me to say like, no, and maybe it would have been good for me to say like, actually, this is horrible, but I saw how much work she put into it, and I didn't want to be a fucking asshole and say like, this is terrible. This tastes like crap. So like, you suck it up and you say like, yeah, this is good. Yeah, people, and it's not. It for the most part, it's for her benefit. Like, people, if you are having a bad day and someone asks you, how you doing, okay, like, and you're not, and you're like, yeah, I'm fine. Sometimes you don't want to like burden people with your problems, and it's a lie more beneficial to the person, not you. But with Lorne, all his lies are to the benefit of himself. Every time he lies, it's for his end goal. His end goal is, to garner sympathy, to make you feel bad for him. And you will see this throughout the call. He will tell you things. Maybe some of it's true, some of it are lies. It's for him. He tells you things to make you feel bad for him. So you will. I don't know why he does it. Maybe he thinks like, you'll you'll stay with him. You'll feel bad for him. I have no idea. And to the point of, people, you can people can help you change. Like, if you're with someone and you want to better yourself for that person. You want to evolve as a person. So this person you can show this person, see, I've matured because of you. It's all to do with you. That's something. When I was younger, like, that did happen to me. I did meet people who, changed me for the better, in my opinion. But Lorne is like, at this time he was like in his in his 40s, and he's still the same guy. He was still the same guy, and at no point did any of these trolls, these catfish, change him. Not one. He would act the same way in all these calls. This will be him. It goes, people, like I said, people can help you. People can help you improve yourself. That's normal. Yes, of course. Do I think these people were trying to help him? No, no. These people are fucking trolls. But this is what he's saying. He's saying these people, this, like, for example, Ramona helped him. Like, no, she didn't. At least I don't see it. You're still the same drunk. You're still the same, aggressive person who, like, verbally abuses people all the fucking time. It's, oh, come on, man.
My memory is not that great.
Oh, but you remember you've gotten out of patterns, but you can't name just one? Just one.
I can't fucking name any. My fucking memory is not that fucking. You wait down the road, and I'll remember fucking patterns that I've gotten out of.
I mean, just one.
My memory is fucked up like that. I can't remember what I did yesterday. But you wait, give me fucking 3 years, I'll remember it.
You can't name...
That's how my fucking memory works. Don't ask me about it. I just know. I can remember every fucking day from my fucking childhood.
Do you remember the one where you decided that you wanted to be a drunk and that you wanted to drive drunk and that you wanted to be the person that you are today?
Yeah. Uncle Clyde got me fucked up, alright? Uncle Clyde got me fucked up.
What did he do?
He got upset because I'm fucking, he fucking lied right in front of fucking mom. Told me that he told me to fucking go to work for him last week on a day where he fucking wanted something done, and he never fucking said that. Roy was the one that called me on fucking Wednesday, told me and fucking if I had any free time, go over and fucking start working on the room. Clyde never said anything to me at all about it. And he lied in front of mom, and I fucking told him, I said, you never fucking said anything to me about that. I just told you fucking Friday I didn't know whether or not I had a fucking job.
So this is this is where he will deflect, It's not the thing about this as well is this has nothing to do with the conversation. This has nothing to do with the conversation. So he's trying to blame his uncle for his behavior right now. Right now. The thing about this as well, this is what he does. This has been something he would do to other people as well. So I don't know why he's bringing up this one this one scenario where his uncle lied to him apparently lied about him, and say that this is the reason I am insulting you. It's because my uncle lied to mom. What? Why does that make sense? How does that make sense? In what universe does that make sense? But this is the thing about Lorne. He doesn't. He refused to take any responsibility. It's someone's fault. It's not my fault. Other people did it. It's not me. This is the reason why I do things. It's because of them. They made me do it. In this case, my uncle made me do it. It just blows my mind, man. No responsibility. Takes none. Someone else's fault.
That fucking
Your uncle probably feels like you're using him. You've lived in his trailer. You haven't paid him rent in several months.
Yeah, well, he raised the fucking rent because they put a goddamn carpet in the hallway and a linoleum in the living room or in the kitchen. Where I told him, don't do it. So I've done all the work on this fucking house with the exception of a few things.
Lorne, My apartment.
And the fucking whole property. It's all been my fucking work. So I've worked my fucking shit.
Lorne, listen to me. My apartment complex, I've renewed my lease now twice. And both times they raised the rent. And I've paid it. Do you know what would happen if I did not pay my rent? I would get thrown out. You have not paid your rent, and your uncle has not thrown you out. That right there.
Yeah, but the fucking thing is I have done over the amount of work in this place than what I owe him. It was his equipment, but it was my time. If it was me on a fucking septic job, running equipment, I'd be fucking charging him $50 an hour. For the amount of work that I fucking did out here, this fucking thing was up 4 feet high coming towards the trailer, ready to bulldoze it all over. And do landscaping on the outside trailer in front of this fucking other rental. I've done more than what I owe him. And I bought fucking house wrap for this fucking trailer, which costs $257. And I bought a door that costs fucking over $200.
But Lorne, it's your place.
And I bought fucking other shit, little piece of shit.
Lorne, it is your place. You should be taking care of it.
Yeah, well, he should be fucking thinking about what the fuck I've done here. This fucking place was a piece of shit. It was not livable when I moved into it. You ask fucking Tony. It was not fucking livable.
But the thing about this as well, you know, we've seen the type of place Lorne he lives like a fucking pig, right? So I don't know why he's saying like, you know, I fixed this place up, but like when he lived in Nashville, when he was talking to the decoy, he didn't have a bed in his house, you know, and he's like, I bought a door for this. Come on, man. And apparently he didn't pay rent for like several months. What? Can you imagine that? Imagine how good that is. I think Lorne has a good, even though he's a fucking sex offender, he has things in his favor, as in like, you know, place to stay, you know, people in his life that will actually for some reason look out for him. It's not a terrible life. He has options, unlike a lot of people who, when they leave like prison and stuff like that, especially, you know, fucking sex offenders, they find it very hard to live a normal life, which is fair enough. Like their crimes are fucked up, so you understand it. But Lorne, you know, he has a roof over his head. He can get like, you know, random jobs. He had, even before this thing, he has a good basis for a life compared to like a lot of other people in his situation, and he still fucking complains. He still he still complains about it. He still fucking moan about, you know, not being able to do this, not being able to do that. His life isn't that bad when you really think about it. It's because of him that it is. It's because of his choices. I'm not one of these, you know, pull yourself up by your bootstraps person. You know, people do need help sometimes, and he gets help, but he still complains. That's the thing with him. He gets help, but it's, you know, it's not good enough. You didn't do it the correct way for me to live a good life. It's on you, not me.
And I fucking lived here and got it to where it is now. So he's not going to tell me that I fucked him. If anybody got fucked on the goddamn thing, it was me. And this motherfucker is still not stable. My fucking neighbor's share is stable. My fucking place ain't stable. That's why I haven't put final sign on. Because I'm the one that has to fucking get under there, put concrete under there to make it fucking stable with my fucking money.
So if this place is so horrible and so dilapidated, why do you live there?
It's not dilapidated because I fucking made it so it's not.
Okay.
And I'm still working on it.
Okay, so why did you move into a place that you're going to have to put all this work into if it's so bad?
I'm a fucking sex offender. You remind me all the time, remember?
No, I do not remind you of that all the time. And what does being a sex offender have to do with where you live?
I can only live a certain place. I have to be away from certain places, schools, parks.
Okay, there's a bajillion places in...
Yeah, there is. If I was in Cambridge, Maine, where I used to live at my fucking house, I'd be fine because I had 11 acres there. I owned 11 fucking acres. Do you see how much I fucking lost a long time ago?
Okay, so...
Before the fucking sting?
Hold on a second.
So it's the Sting's fault now. You see? So we've gone through my uncle, it's my uncle's fault, and now it's the Sting's fault. You see the thought process with this guy. It's never it's not his fault. Common theme, obviously, not his fault. And like I said before, he has a good basis. 11 acres. That's pretty good. That's very good. That's very good. I know in America, like land in America, it's very cheap. You guys can get like stuff easy. Here in Europe, yeah, it's, let's say it's very limited. You know, you can't get much really. And if you do buy land here, you have to like go through all these hoops, and you can't do certain things. You can't do anything. Sometimes you have to like, you can't do anything you want on the land that you bought. But in America, you can do, stuff for the most part. I'm sure there are limits, but you can do things. And he had 11 acres. He says. And what did he do with that? Nothing. Nothing. He has all these things he can like do for himself, but he hasn't done anything. Lorne has, as bad as things are, as bad as things were, he had he had potential to be something, He had the potential to be, it wouldn't be something amazing, obviously, but it would be someone. He wouldn't have like a shitty life, really, compared to many other people. But because of the decisions he's made, his life is fucking depressing. Because of the things he's done, the way he treats people, the way he tried to, groom kids. That's his choices, all his choices. And he never takes responsibility for anything. Nothing. It's not his fault. It's NBC's fault this time. Oh.
10.4 acres is what it was.
Okay, so Lorne.
I'm telling you right now, I love you so fucking much.
Why? What does being a sex offender have to do with
Don't ever think that I don't fucking love you. I love you. I don't. Please don't ever fucking, I don't know how to keep doing this, Don't let me go like that again.
Lorne.
Don't tell me not to fucking say that shit to you. That's all I need. Tell me don't fucking say shit like that to you again, and I will never fucking do it.
Lorne. Lorne, two things.
It's not alright to do that shit to you.
Lorne, I have two things to say. First of all, yes, you are a sex offender, but why can't you live in...
No, I am not a fucking sex offender.
Lorne, you're registered. You're not listening to me.
I have to... Listen, I have to register as a sex offender. I am not a sex offender. I have never fucking done anything to a kid. Literally never fucking done anything to a kid. I was fucked up at the time. I wouldn't have even fucking done anything then. And I know that. Whether anybody, Mom knows I wouldn't have. Richard knows I wouldn't have. Tony knows I wouldn't have. I never would have fucking done anything to any kid. I wouldn't have been able to.
That's what? Does he not remember the chat log? Does he not remember walking around naked, showing the decoys his penis? He, in his mind, this girl was like a child. She was like 13, 14. So I don't know what the fuck he's talking about here. He wouldn't have done anything. In his mind, he already did something. You can't do that. You can't play with your fucking dick. What? You're gonna show her Mr. Penis. That is something. And even when he came in, does he not remember anything? When he was there, he was at can I have a kiss? Something along those lines. He wanted a kiss from the decoy. What is he talking about right now? See, this is the world he builds for himself. He's not a sex offender when he was trying to groom a child with what he thought was a child. Showing her his dick every night for like weeks. Telling her he wants to do this, He brought condoms, come on. I don't know. Does he not yeah, he doesn't respect people's intelligence. How can you deny this still? After all these years, he still denies what he did. It makes no sense. It makes no sense. He thought he was talking to a underage girl. He exposed himself to her every night, telling her what he wants to do to her. Talk about I want you to swallow my cum. Come on. Who is he fooling here?
That's a hard line to sell because you said you showed up with condoms.
I always had fucking condoms in my truck anyway. I was in fucking Nashville going out to the bar every night. But yes, I did have condoms in my truck. I'm not fucking denying that. But I always had fucking condoms in my truck. Unfortunately, I had to fucking buy them that night anyway. That's what was unfortunate.
So you bought condoms the night that you went to the Sting house?
Yes.
But you weren't going to sleep
I didn't have
with
any
the
more.
who was there? So you weren't going to sleep with the person who was there?
Oh.
Lord, I'm just asking a question.
I did not. I know, but it's hard for me. I did not want to sleep with a 13-year-old. I did not want. I didn't even want to go to the fucking Sting.
But why did you buy condoms before you went to see her?
Because I knew I needed condoms. I had to fucking buy her a gift. So I brought a $5 fucking sterling silver bracelet.
So you
because
bought,
they asked me to buy her a fucking gift.
so you brought her a bracelet and condoms. Like, why did you get condoms before going to see a 13-year-old?
Because I didn't have any more in my truck and I knew I needed them.
But you weren't going to sleep with, but you didn't have much
I didn't.
money. But, I mean, why would you buy condoms when you didn't have anyone who you, in your words, were going to sleep with?
I don't know. I can't tell you. I honestly can't tell you because I don't know myself. I don't know myself. I didn't even have fucking enough gas. I tried to call my fucking camera that was fucked up on the back. I tried to fucking pawn that.
So he's saying, you know, Lorne, who has sex all the time at at bars in Nashville, you know, he needs the condoms because he runs out of condoms often. He uses like condoms like every weekend because you know, yeah, he has a very fulfilling sex life where he meets random women in clubs in Nashville and you have sex with them. You know, that's just what it is. He didn't mean to have sex with the decoy. He wasn't going to, obviously not. Why would he? He has loads of like girls in Nashville after him. Like I said, it takes no responsibility. It's not, I don't get the denial after all these years, after everything that was said. You know, people can read. People do know what he did. You know, but still, he's like, no, I wasn't going to do anything. Like one of the first things he said to the decoy is like, you know, even though yes, she did like, you know, ask him like, did you bring the condoms? You know, and that's what like, you know, his eyes just lit up and like, yeah, I need a kiss now. Come on, kiss me. But even so, he there's no denying. There's no denying. If you read the chat log, I'm sure like many of you have. The common theme with Lorne is chat log is he's very sexual. That's all they talk about. All he talks about anyways is being sexual with her. Every time. Even at one point he was saying like, you know, after we've met for like, you know, 15 minutes, how long do you want to take for me to like, you know, to get naked, you know, 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 15 minutes, you know, you know, he wanted like who, and he's denying this now. He's still denying it. My mother knows I wasn't going to do it. I brought condoms because, you know, I have sex a lot. You know, I swim in pussy. You know. Oh my god. A $5 silver bracelet, eh? Wonderful, wonderful. Very impressive.
Just so I can get fucking gas money to go anywhere. At 3 pawn shops.
Well, I mean,
In Nashville, on the same fucking road. And I told my fucking lawyers about that. Lawyers never fucking checked it out.
well, I mean, the camera.
Because of my camera being in my fucking glove box, I get extra time.
Well,
That's why I get extra time.
okay, the camera
Supposedly.
can be excused. I mean, the camera can be excused. People use cameras. People carry their cameras around. The camera.
Well, the camera on my fucking cell phone too.
But
Why? I couldn't fucking take a picture of that.
okay, you could have. But I mean,
The
you're.
reason they got more time, that I got more fucking time, was attempted production of child pornography because my fucking camera, my digital camera, was in my glove box. That's why I got 5 years. When I told my fucking lawyer that I tried to pawn that camera at 3 pawn shops, I had duct tape on the back of that fucking camera to try to hold the fucking batteries in. And I took to 3 different fucking pawn shops. None of them would take it.
Gee, I wonder why. I mean, but Lorne, seriously though.
Oh, yeah.
Lorne.
But I threw it in my fucking glove box because as it was the place to keep it. Not only that, I was also fucking trying to take pictures of fucking places that I was going around now. So this was my first time around Nashville. Except for one other time when I found fucking Bud in Georgia. I went through Nashville and stopped, not even for half a day. But I didn't have my camera then.
Okay, but Lorne.
That's bullshit. That's such bullshit. Because I think the reason he brought the camera with him is because, like, back then, do you guys remember, like, how bad the phones were in these days? And I can imagine, like, Lorne did not have, like, a really good phone. In, like, 2000 and, mid 2000s, like, phones back then were fucking trash, man. Have you ever taken a photo with these phones? It's all blurry and, like, not high quality. He brought the fucking camera so he can, like, take high quality pictures of Kayla. Obviously. I don't know who is he trying to fool here. That's why he did it. He wanted, like, good quality pictures, photos of Kayla. His phone was probably trash, so that's why he brought it. And he has excuses for everything, and his excuses are fucking shit. His excuses are terrible. It just makes no sense. It makes no sense. I don't know who he's fooling.
Forgetting the camera, you're telling people that you bought condoms right before. Okay, Lorne, listen to what you're saying.
I know.
Okay.
I know everything I'm saying sounds odd to other people.
But Lorne, how do you expect it not to?
I can't.
For a month, as you said, you had a sexually charged chat with a 13-year-old, and then right before going to see her, you buy condoms? Like,
I didn't have any fucking condoms, and I bought condoms that night.
I mean, you
The
just
same time I bought the fucking brace. I know how it looks. I know how it looks. And I know, I'm not stupid. I do fucking know how everything fucking looks. And I can understand everybody's point of view of everything.
Okay, well,
it's just that's not where my mind was.
I'm sorry for coming in right there, but, like, he admits this. This all sounds, a bit like, far fetched, not believable. He admits that. Yes, he did. You heard him, right? But he still tells the fucking story. He still tells you this bullshit. He has such a low opinion of people. He's willing to, like, tell these crazy, excuses. It's just sorry, it just pissed me off. Like, yeah, he's like, yeah, I know it sounds, I know how it sounds. I know it comes across, but believe me. I didn't mean to do all this stuff. Believe me. Believe my dumb fucking story. Trust me. He's a fucking idiot, man. And again, it's not my fault. It's my lawyer's fault for not, like, listening to me. That's why I got 5 years. My lawyer's fault. Again, it's not him.
Well, you had nicknames.
Just not where my mind was at. My mind was just not fucking anywhere at the time. All I could see was somebody caring about me. That's all I fucking saw. Because fucking...
Because what?
Because nobody fucking got back here fucking cared about me. That's the way I felt. That's why it was so easy for them to fucking tell me. Huh?
I said, I thought you and your mom were so close.
Yeah, but at the time I idolized my brother and I idolized my sister. And I idolized every fucking person in my goddamn family. But my brother and my oldest brother and my sister were the main two. I fucking was bored by fucking losing everything. You know, it was because of those two. Then I fucking lost everything. All my fucking money was fucking gone because of those two.
Now, Lorne, some people would say that you're blaming other people for your actions.
Yeah, well, if they knew the fucking story, they wouldn't be fucking say that.
You know, it's kind of like you telling me that I have to tell you not to call me a bitch and a whore when you're drunk, otherwise you're going to do it. Like, you know, you can't...
You are fucking different. You have no fucking idea how different you are. Because you are like the only fucking one that has ever been fucking honest with me right to a T. I've never fucking met anybody like you. And that's probably why I'm so fucking drawn to you.
So this is a lie again. He says this to everyone, basically. He says this to everyone. And of course, he's blaming his brother and sister. It's their fault. I lost everything because of them. Not because it's something I did, because of them. They did it. It's not me. I washed my hands off any responsibility in life. They did it, not me. I'm like it's normal to look up to your older siblings. This is what happens. You know, I have like siblings, like my two older sister that I looked up to them when I was growing up because they were strong. They looked after me. You know, they would protect me, and that's normal. But the older you get, the more you become your own person. I can understand, like, looking up to them. Even now, I can understand that. But it doesn't take away from your agency. It doesn't take away from what you do. You know, you can still make your own choices in life. You can't continuously blame other people for something you do. It's not always this simple, but it's not always this easy, like to wash everything away. It's because of them that I'm like this. They took all my money. They took everything from me. And what money is he talking about? Was it the money like the money he scammed from that old woman? Like even that like. You stole money from like this old lady. You scammed her, and I'm guessing like his siblings like, scammed him. So like fuck this guy. He's a fucking idiot, man.
So many times did you call me
so fucking unique. It's unbelievable. And I don't want to do that. I don't want to be like that. I don't act because you tell me it's all right because I can't control myself when I'm drunk. But if you tell me to control myself when I'm drunk and don't do that to you, I'm not gonna do it.
So here's
if you think I'm fucking lying, you try it.
Okay, so wait.
I want you to fucking tell me that shit. To tell me don't do that to you.
Lorne,
I'm fucking begging you to tell me don't do that to you.
Lorne, you're begging me to tell you.
I am fucking begging because I don't want to treat you like that.
Then why are you doing it, Lorne?
Because it's saying it's been alright for me to fucking lose control, to fucking let go, and do what I want to do. It's not.
I
I
thought you
can't.
said a second ago that you don't want to treat me like that, but now you're saying
I don't want to treat you like that. But when you tell me that it's all right for me to let go and do, and just because it's drunk, I'm drunk and I can't control myself, it makes me let go and fucking not even think about what I'm doing.
So it's her fault. Yeah, it's her fault. Again, it's her fault. I don't know how his mind works. It's very strange. This is a common, this is normal human interaction, right? This is a normal human thing. Don't don't be a dick to people. You know, this is normal. This is anyone can a child, a kid knows the difference between being nice and being not so nice. But he's trying to make out like he doesn't know the difference. You know? He doesn't know how to treat other people. If you say not, you have to tell him not to say mean things to you, basically. Because he doesn't know. Because you didn't tell him not to. You see how his mind works? It's like the mind of a child. Even am I insulting children? It's that bad? Because I don't think a child would act like this. Well, yeah, some of them would, but you know what I'm saying, right? This is a this is a 40-something-year-old man, and he's like acting like this. Normal human interaction. He doesn't know how to do it. In his words. And we're supposed to believe this man had been to fucking loads of bitches in Nashville, basically, He's slaying vag in Nashville. This man. It's just, oh my god. Really? Really?
If you tell me not to fucking treat you like that when I'm drunk, then I'm not gonna do that.
So again,
That's why I'm telling you, if you don't believe me, then fucking try it and tell me don't do that. Then you see the fucking difference.
so then
I know myself and I know what needs to be done.
then why
I
are you
need
doing it? Why do
fucking
you need
Earth
people?
help telling me.
If we were in person, would I have to tell you to stop hitting me?
I wouldn't fucking hit you like you hit a fucking woman.
Well, you can call them
I was raised by my mom.
shit. You can call them bitches and whores and pieces of shit.
I know and I don't want to. You don't understand the fucking control you have over me. If you tell me not to do it, I'm not gonna do it. I was raised by my mom. I cannot fucking hit a woman.
Okay,
I don't want to verbally abuse a fucking woman. I don't verbally abuse mom.
okay. My brother was raised by his mother as well. I mean, by my father as well, but also by my mother. And she told him not to call women bitches, sluts, and whores and stuff like that, and pieces of shit. And he does not have to have a woman tell him not to do that because he just won't let her do it. I mean,
Okay, but mom never came out and told me that straight.
so mom, so because
It was just
your mom
a matter of fact. It was a matter of fact of mom in my eyes. I do not do that to women.
So
I do not believe this. The thing about him, like, he would never hit a woman. I don't believe that. I think he would. I don't think the only reason he hasn't yet because he hasn't had the chance to. No one would like come near this guy. So he's saying like, I wouldn't do that. I would never do that. Not me. Me, Lorne Armstrong. Me, bro. Me, dude. Me. No, I wouldn't do that. Fuck off. Fuck off. The way he talks to people, especially the trolls, his girlfriends, his phone girlfriends. There's no there's why would anyone believe he wouldn't? If you listen to his like voice calls to see how like angry he gets at people, there's nothing there that makes you believe that he no, Lauren wouldn't do that. Yeah, he fucking would. He would. Because like, and when you see things like this, when you listen to this, mom didn't tell me I shouldn't do this. Imagine, like, again, I can't stress this enough. Imagine if Kayla was real and he was like with her alone. Would he what would what would he have done? What the fuck would he have done? And he can like excuse anything. He can excuse anything he's done to a person. I didn't mean to do anything here. I didn't mean to hit you. I didn't mean to like hold you down and like rape you. I didn't mean to do it. It because like years ago when I was growing up, my teacher told me something. That's why I'm like this. That's why I held you down and rape you. That's the reason. I didn't mean to do it. It wasn't me. And he's crying. This is his mind. He will never like admit to anything bad he's done. He has like an excuse for it, a dumb excuse that makes no sense, but an excuse nonetheless. How can you be a 40 something year old man and tell and say to your girlfriend like I didn't know not to call you a fucking bitch. I hear this is terrible, by the way. Yeah, I didn't know anything about this. I didn't know. No one taught me not to. So I did it. I'm sorry. So if you say tell me don't do it, then I won't do it. it he's 40 something. He's and it's not like he's been, you know, it's not like he's been it's not like he's been on a compound. It's not like he's lived away from like civilization. you know, he's had human contact before. You know what I'm saying? He's not a fucking caveman. So I don't understand. I don't understand why why he says this crazy shit and expect people to believe it. It's just come on, come on.
Because my
Mom,
mom did not
especially
come
because
right out.
yeah,
So
but you
And by the way, he's blaming his mother for not for not teaching it. Like it's his mom's fault. His mom's fault for this. It's not his fault, by the way. Yeah, by the way, it's not his fault. It's mom's fault. He didn't do anything wrong. You did by not telling him not to do it, and it's mom's fault for telling him, you know, not to behave this way. So, you know, don't blame Lauren.
you're not understanding. I was not raised by my mom and dad. I was raised by my mom.
okay, so because
My
your
mom
mom did not
and
come right out
partially
and
dad.
say, don't call women bitches and whores and pieces of shit, you just think that it's fine to do unless you're told not to? I mean, did your mom come right
Yeah.
out and say, don't kidnap a woman in the parking lot, throw her in your trunk, and then cut her up into pieces? I mean, did she not say that?
That shit I learned from my older brother.
What, not that to cut women up into pieces and throw their bodies into the woods?
No, the foul talk. The foul talk. You're calling women a fucking asshole, piece of shit.
And these are people you idolize? You idolize someone who did that?
Yeah, because he was my oldest brother. I didn't have my fucking dad.
And because your dad was not around, it's okay to treat women like garbage? Because let me tell you something.
No, it isn't, and I know it isn't.
The majority
I know
of people,
it fucking isn't. But it only takes your fucking mouth to tell me don't do it. And I'm not gonna fucking do it.
the majority of people were raised by one parent. That's just a statistical fact. The majority of people were raised by one parent. So should the majority of people be calling women bitches?
No, they should.
So by
I
you
don't-
think it's okay because you
I don't
were
wanna-
raised without a dad.
So, his brother's fault, by the way. It's his brother's fault. That's why he did it. His brother's, he's following his brother's footsteps. That's why he did it. You know? That's why. That's why. And you didn't tell him not to, so that's why as well. And his mother didn't, teach him not to, so that's why as well. Not Lorne. And this is the very frustrating part of it all. Again, this conversation has been going on for a while, right? This has been 40-something minute conversation, and not once has he said yeah, you're right. I'm sorry. It's my bad. I did this. I did that. I said this. It will never happen again. I won't do it again. What he says is, tell me not to do it again, and I won't do it. So he's put in even the thing where you will fix this. You will fix this situation by telling him not to do it. So he puts everything on you. For him to be nice to you, he puts it on your shoulders, not his. It's up to you to correct that, not him. He's not gonna. He has nothing to do with that decision. It's your decision. You're in control of that. For me to be nice to you, yeah, you have to you have to fix that up. The logic of this man. Someone in the last video made this point as well. Lorne's logic. You control me by not control. This is perfect. This man. I don't know. What planet did he come from? He's not human, is he? Listen to this. Does this sound like a legit? Does it sound like a real person? Does it sound like a real human being? It just blows my mind, yo.
My dad is a fucking piece of shit, this son of a bitch.
Okay.
I love him, and why do I fucking love him? The son of a bitch, how they fucking knew him except when I was fucking 21. That cocksucker never fucking gave me a...
He never gave you a what?
Anything. That fucking thing, even when me and Paul Roy went down to fucking drink with him, me and Paul Roy wound up buying the goddamn beer. That son of a bitch, even when I fucking went right next fucking door to him, never even brought over a fucking loaf of bread if I fucking needed a loaf of bread.
Well, maybe he thought that you were gluten intolerant and didn't eat bread.
No, maybe he was just fucking wanting to fucking look out for himself, didn't give a fuck about his son. Like he did for 21 years before, 23 years before that. I was his fucking son, and I went over and visited him This is the only fucking time I can remember going over to fucking see him when he was with fucking Barbara. And Barbara had her son Bunky. And Bunky, I was playing with a fucking toy. And Bunky came and took it away from me. I went and told my fucking dad. He told me let Bunky have it. That's the only memory that I had of my fucking dad. Other than going over and seeing him when I was 11, when I fucking knuckled on my sister's leg.
What about your sister's leg?
I knuckled on her fucking leg. I fucking got over her leg. I wouldn't let go. I didn't want him touching me. Didn't want to fucking be there. I just went over there because she was going to be there.
So, it's his dad's fault now? I know, like, you know, being raised by a single mother or, you know, single parent, like, it's never easy. Obviously, it's never easy. And how many kids did she have? I don't remember. I think it was, you know, a good amount of children. But again, it doesn't excuse this. It doesn't excuse your behavior. You can't, like, say, because I was raised by my mom, that's why I've, like, done all these bad shit to people. You can't use that. It, like she said earlier as well, like, there's a lot of people. I know everyone's different. Like, there's no one's gonna, no one has, like, the same experiences. No one has the exact same, you know, experiences growing up. But you can't continuously blame everything on that. Sometimes you have to take responsibility. You know, not everything will be your fault, yes, but sometimes in what he's done, it's on him. Everything he's done with this thing, you know, with calling her, like, these his girlfriend bitches and whores, that's on him. That is something he did, not anyone else. That's on him. But he can't see it. And I don't, that's not good for like, he should be old enough to change his behavior, because this is kid shit. This is teenage shit. Where when you're a teenager, like, you know, you're never, you know, it's never your fault. When you're a teenager, like, you always come up with, like, reasons for, like, I was going through this, that's why I did this, you know, like, he has a mind of, like, of a teenager, yeah, but it's worse than that. It's worse than that, because, like, this is not something you can fix. I don't think. He's too old for him to get out of this habit of not taking responsibility. I don't think his mind can be changed. It's far too late. He's currently, like, 50 now. 50 years old. And these videos, these things came out, like, you know, 4 years ago or something like that. It's far too late. Far too late for him. Far too late for him to change his ways. And that's sad. That's sad. That's fucking pathetic and sad.
If she wouldn't have gone over, I never would have fucking gone over.
But now, what does this have to do with your
He
behavior?
tried to talk to me on the phone when I was 10, and I told him I didn't want to talk to him. And I was scared to tell him that. Then I went fucking hug down Dale.
Yes, you
Oh, a fucking bastard. And I love that stupid son of a bitch.
um. So what does he
I am so fucking sorry I'm fucking talking about him with you. I'm sorry I'm fucking going through this shit with you because of that fucking piece of trash.
Lorne, how is your father's actions controlling your actions?
Because that's how he fucking used to treat mommy.
And so, did she like it? Did she like it?
He was like, what was it, one fucking day? He was in a position one day to fucking kill mom. I guess I can't remember what the fuck he was doing. Him and what said he was doing. He was in a position that he was going to kill her, and fucking Uncle Rich came in and hit him over the head with a frying pan. Knocked his ass out.
Okay, Lorne, hold that thought. We'll talk about how your dad was about to kill him up.
Okay, so, you know, this is not funny. You know, abuse of any kind like this is not funny. So yeah, and you would think I haven't seen that from what he says about his mom. He loves his mom. You know, he loves her, and he saw how his father treated her. So you would think in his mind, these are things I will not do when I'm in a relationship with someone. These are things I've seen how it affected mom. So I'm not going to do that. But instead, he uses this scenario to garner sympathy again. He's using this disgusting thing to make you feel sorry for him. Like, I saw my mom being physically abused, you know, and it fucked me up. It affected me. Like, come on, man. Come on. It's so fucking disgusting as well. He, in the same phone call, he's blaming his mother for the way he is. He's using her her experience of being physically abused to get sympathy. This man is fucking shameless. Fucking shameless. And it's and have you noticed, like, I'm sure you have, made it very clear throughout this entire thing, not once as he took like any responsibility again. 45 minutes, and not once it, it's NBC's fault, my lawyer's fault, my mother's fault, my dad's fault, my brother's fault, my sister's fault. It's your fault. Not once. Has no reflection, no self. You know, no. Didn't look in the mirror and say, like, you know, I can do better. I can do better than this. I'm not gonna do this anymore. I can improve myself. I know it takes, like, you know, I was not like there, I had like people in my life, like I said, who changed me. I had a ex-girlfriend who made me see things from a different perspective, especially from a woman's, you know, experience. Because, like, for example, I love jogging, especially at night. I go jogging like at like midnight because, you know, I'm strange, but I like the quietness of it. The you know it makes me feel comfortable. There's not lot of people around. I can, like, you know, I can run at my own speed. It's great. I find it very very relaxing. But sometimes you will see you know, women like walking around at like midnight, and they'll see me like jogging, and then they'll get their phone out, like pretending to be on a call with someone. Like, I always thought it was like strange, but the reason they do it because they are like afraid, like, you know, some strange guy is gonna come like attack them. or do something to them. But they have that um they have that, like, they have that fear. But I can do that. I can walk around at night, midnight, with no fear. The only thoughts that go through my head at like night is if I see a fucking deer or a fox tonight. Like, that's what I think when I'm jogging along. I don't think I'm gonna get like attacked by some guy or attacked by people. But they have that fear. They have this thing where they think, or with good reason, that someone can, like, attack them. But he's on he can't put himself in other people's shoes. I think that's the one thing that he lacks. He can't, like, let me see things from a different perspective. How would I see this from your point of view? He can't do it. Because he can't do it, he should shift the blame to someone else. It's like their fault, their fault, their fault, their fault. It's not me, bro. It's not me. It's not me, mate. I can do it. He refuses to do. He refuses to see anything else from a different perspective. And this is what you get. A 40-something-year-old man blaming everything on everyone else, refuse to take any responsibility, refuse to take any, like, deeper dive into himself, to see, like, how did I get here? How did I get here? I'm a sex offender. I'm a drunk. I live in my uncle's fucking shed. you know? How did I get here? What happened for me? And how can I get out of this position? How can I figure out how to not, I won't have like I won't have the perfect life, but I can do something. I can be something. Even though he's like 50 now, he he can still do things with his life. But it's mine. In his he will never he can't he will never improve it mentally. There's no he's stunted for he's I imagine he's probably still the same how he was as like a young boy. He's still the same as he is like in his 50s. He's still the same mindset. It's it's so pathetic. It's very pathetic, isn't it? It's very pathetic. Oh, okay. All right. Okay. Okay. So yeah, this is part two. This is why it's one of my go to Lorne calls, because you see this alien masquerading as a human being. And you're just like what? It just